Hey, 1 2 1 2. What's up, everybody? It's DJ D Mill for another episode of the Check-In. And today we have a very, very special guest, WBA world title holder, Jamal Shango James. Hey,
Going on? What's going on, man? Thank you for having me, man. What's happening?
man. Good to see you, man. I think it's been quite a while since I've seen you, probably since your last hometown fight at the Armory, right? Yeah, let's for people that aren't familiar with you, you're a world champion now, um welterweight, correct? And
Yep, WBA welterweight world champion. Yep.
you started boxing when you were what, 5 years old?
Yeah. So I got introduced to boxing at 5. Mom's brought me down to the gym when I was really young, just so she can kind of get ahead of the curve and make sure I didn't, get caught up in no craziness that's out there in them streets. And I just kind of fell in love with it, man. Then I started competing in amateur boxing when I was 8. I had a long and good amateur career, won national and international tournaments, and was ranked #1 in the nation in my weight class. I originally was trying to be an Olympian, and I missed my opportunity to be in the Olympics. So I just turned professional in 2009. It's been a long journey, but now, finally got that title, and there's more to come.
So you've been pro for about 10 years. Would you say you have over 150 fights under your belt? Or under
Amateur, yeah.
Yeah, amateur. Okay. Yeah, amateur, right. And then your pro
amateur and professional is if you're gonna add them all together, it's like close to like 200.
Wow.
But I've had like 150, give or take, amateur fights, and then I've had how much pro fights have I had now? 28 or 29, I think.
Yeah. I think your record's 27-1 from what I gathered.
Yep.
Amazing record, bro. Very, very proud of you. It's been cool to see your rise over the last 10 years in the pro boxing ranks. And real quick, let's talk about like 2020. I know you lost your grandma, COVID hit, you got the belt. Run me down on the uprising with George Floyd here in Minneapolis. I mean, run me down on what's going through your head in 2020, Shango.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy for me, just like it was for a lot of people. It was one of those things where like it was tough, but there was also a lot of blessings at the same time. So the beginning of the year is when we found out that we was getting that title shot.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah.
So and that originally was going to take place right here at the Armory.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
And I think they were trying to do that last year in like April.
Yeah.
So we had been up, we got a training camp up north. So we was up north, just going hard, man. Flew some guys in for sparring. So we was, really getting it in the gym. Then, we start hearing about like kind of the COVID stuff, but it's like, when you in a focused training like that, you just like, oh, okay, yeah, they got a crazy disease going around, but you ain't thinking, or was even really prepared about how serious and how hard it was going to hit not only the United States but the world.
Straight up, yeah.
So then we get the call saying that COVID hit, they're shutting everything down. We're gonna have to reschedule. It was irritating at first just because we have been putting so much work in, but it's a global pandemic, so you really can't say too much. So you just kind of roll with the punches with that. And then, right after that, the George Floyd murder happened, man. And
straight up.
And that was crazy because I live right around the corner from that. You know what I mean? So that, seeing that and then just the response to it was, a huge just societal shift, especially with like the pandemic and everything that was going on with it. You know what I mean? My main focus was to make sure, the fam and everybody was safe and stuff because we all over around here. On the south side, and got a lot of fam and people that I know on south side and north side and all over, but a good amount over here on the south side. And then, we get the call like, yeah, we're going to reschedule it. So then we go back up north to start training again. It was still crazy and hectic. down here. You know what I mean? Before we even went back to train, we was doing a lot of food drives and stuff for the community and trying to help out how we could. You know, myself with the my organization, which is the Circle of Discipline.
Yes,
So
yeah.
then we go,
Using the facility and your
yeah,
guys'
we just
resources.
reached out to people. We had a lot of people donate a bunch of food, man. We just handed out and bagged up a lot of food to get out to people because the grocery stores and everything around here was shut down. So
Bro,
that
I
was a really
commend you for that.
successful food drive.
Yeah, you guys were like a distribution center over there at the gym, right? Basically.
Yep. We turned the gym into pretty much a food distribution center, man, and just its own little pop-up grocery store type of deal. And then after that, we went back up north for training because they rescheduled it, but it was different now because there's a whole bunch of restrictions and protocols you got to take for the COVID thing. You can only have whoever's going to be at the camp with you got to be there with you. You got to be stuck up there with you. They can't come and go. You know what I mean? So I really didn't get the type of sparring that we would usually get for a fight.
Sure.
But we still trained hard and worked with it. And then my grandma had been dealing with a lot of health issues and stuff like that, and she ended up passing away while I was up there training for that. I was glad and blessed enough to be able to see her before before she she passed, but it was still a little it was its own battle because it's like you just want to be with family sometimes.
Yeah,
stuff like that happens, so
absolutely
got to go right back to training. But we went back to training, man. We just got focused, pushed through it, and then flew out to Cali, fought in LA.
Yeah.
It was on Fox. It was a main event. Against a guy named
Staples Center, right, bro?
Yeah. And then
big time.
Got it, man. Beat him 12-round unanimous decision.
Yo, you put it down, man. And I couldn't tell you how proud people in the city really were when you got this belt. And we were already rallying behind you, before multiple radio interviews on the station and stuff. And how did the tag Shango Nation, how did that hashtag come about?
Oh, man, my little brother actually came up with the name. I had, Shango as my ring name beforehand.
Yep.
But, a lot of guys do like, I'm team, this or team that, team Earl Spence or team whatever. And I didn't, I'm a more humble person. I wanted what I created to be bigger than just like a boxing team type of deal because, when you're a professional athlete, you are the business, right? So you have to brand yourself a certain way. And I wanted it to align with my values and stuff. So instead of doing that, I created I was playing around with my little brother one time and he was like, nah, you ain't no team, you a nation, Shango Nation. And I was like, ooh. I said, I like that, man. I like that, little brother Marquis. Shout out to him. And I ran with it. And the whole, and I made it my business. And the whole concept around it is that you use your platform, whatever it may be, to inspire others and to give back, to your community and in a more positive way. You know what I mean? And that's what I try to use it for. And that's why, I call it Shango Nation because I'm trying to grab and inspire a whole nation of people to be on that level of thinking. You know what I mean?
Dude, and you are. And you're definitely now being a world champion. You really act like it, bro. What's next? When are you defending the title? Is there any word about the next fight right now?
Yeah, so actually I was supposed to, we was getting ready for a fight because they was going to do a title defense in April. And I messed around and caught that vid, man. I caught COVID too. I'm clear and good and healthy now. But I had to sit down for a second. Luckily, it didn't hit me as hard as it hits other people that I know, you know what I mean? That have caught it. It just seemed like a code to me, you know what I mean? So I was kind of blessed to be healthy enough where my body was able to fight that off the way it did. But, I'm just slowly now getting back to my training because you still got to, monitor your body and see if there's any type of side effects or something, especially when you want to compete at a high level.
Word up, word up. I look forward to it, bro. A couple quick questions before we jump. Nas or Jay-Z?
Oh, that's a good one, man. I like both of them for different reasons, but I lean more towards Jay-Z overall.
Mm-hmm.
But just because of, the outside work and other stuff that he's did outside of just the hip hop stuff, you know what I mean? Nas is, but no knocking Nas, bro. That's always been like a back and forth joint with me, you know what I mean? But I tend to listen to more Jay's stuff, so I gotta go with Jay.
I agree with you, but no disrespect to Esco. Nike or Adidas, Shango?
Yeah, I gotta go with Nike, man. I like the Nike shoe styles better. I do like Adidas too. I like their clothing and style like that, but I like Nike not only for their shoe style, but just because their brand really gets behind societal change and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They really got behind Colin Kaepernick when he was taking the knee and everybody was giving him that grief and stuff like that. And I like how they use their brand in that way, and they take strong stances. You know what I mean? So definitely Nike with that one.
Favorite boxing flick?
I'll give you my top three.
Okay, great.
I gotta put Ali in there. The one with Will Smith. He did a great job. I liked the Cinderella Man. That was surprisingly better than I had intended it to be. And then after that, I gotta go with the Creed joints.
Those are great.
Ones. The Creed joints are good, man. It's good. It's funny because fighters watch, boxing movies. Yeah. It's funny because fighters will watch boxing movies, and they just kind of like, it's hard to act, the fight scenes and stuff like that. So, I like the Rocky movies just because it was just, big back in the day, but it's obviously, not how real, how fights go down in real life. But Creed, they kept it a lot closer to like the reality of how, fight, what you be feeling in a fight.
I feel that. And I got one more question before we jump out. What after the big fight, what's on your dinner plate?
Yeah, I got ties, I got part of my family is from Trinidad and Tobago. And I usually, after a fight, I'll get some some curry chicken, either home cooked from moms or somebody, or I'll go over there to Pimento and get some, I gotta go with my Caribbean island flavor type stuff after a big fight. And we just get down, man. We just grub on some, jerk chicken or whatever. Something like that though.
Okay. I feel it, man. I
love food in general. I got a bunch of favorite dishes. I love food in general. So
me too. I'm a junkie. And I love Pimento too, man. Shout out to Pimento over there on Eat Street.
Right.
For Nicollet. Well, hey, Shango, thanks for the time today, man. Appreciate you checking in, bro. And man, continue to be a world champion like you do, bro.